Hey guys, welcome back to our Star Wars Origami series. Like I've said before, this is our Star Wars Origami 36 Amazing Paper Folding Projects from a Galaxy Far, Far Away by Chris Alexander. And for today's series, we are going to go ahead and recreate R2D2. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get started. R2D2 specifically is located on page 43, and anybody that knows the original droid, we all love BB-8, but R2D2 was the original droid from the Star Wars franchise. Opening it up on this page, this is a level Jedi Knight, which is actually the highest level by far that we have done for this origami series. It is about a level 3 as far as how hard it's going to be to do this origami. So, you know, if you get the book, just try to follow along as best as you can. Again, like I've said before, I highly suggest practicing with a normal printer or construction paper first, because the papers that come in here are only 2 of them. First of all. Second of all, it is very thin and flimsy, so it does break easily. So I do suggest you kind of get a practice run first before you are completely comfortable with executing the origami officially. So going to the back here first, we're going to go ahead and look for R2D2's paper. Finding R2D2, we're going to go ahead and tear that paper along the dotted line that it comes pre-cut. And it should look something like this. And then according to the little black folds in here, it says to start with the actual printed side facing down. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And it should be like the blank page over here with the little black arrow on the side over here. So going back to the actual steps, we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing it says to do is to do a fold on the angle so that we get this kind of triangle piece. So let's go ahead and get that. Always remember to try to take your time with this, guys, because the more you kind of take your time with it, the better it's going to come out, to be honest. We're going to go ahead and open that back up, and we're going to do it the same way on the other side, but for this we're only going to go ahead and mark up just the middle of it. We're not going to take it completely the whole way, only just a little bit, kind of like that. So once we did that, we're going to go back to that fold that we originally did. And then we're going to go ahead and mark fold this in half where the point reaches to the end of the triangle. And we're literally just going to very lightly leave a mark. And just make sure to face it the other way as well. That way it's evened out. Okay, once we have gone ahead and mark folded that, we're going to take that point again, and we're going to actually bring that point all the way to that mark fold that we just did. And we're going to go ahead and lightly press along the whole entire way, turn it around, and do the same thing. That way it's even on both sides. Once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and mountain fold this, which means we're just going to bring this down on each side. And then we're going to go ahead and flip this inwards like this. We're going to go ahead and do another mark fold, and we're going to go ahead and fold this one side in half and do a mark fold. Remember, a mark fold is not the complete fold all the way. It's just so that you can mark a specific area. You're going to turn it around and do the same thing. Now you're going to go ahead and take the same flap and bring this top end all the way down up to that mark fold that we just created, making sure that the triangle is sticking out because you do not want to actually fold the triangle itself. And we're just going to go ahead and mark fold again. And we're going to turn this around and do the same thing. So once you've done that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the mark that you just made, and you're going to take that top again and fold it literally up to that mark that we just created, making sure you take out that triangle because you do not want to crease that up. You're only creasing up the paper here. And you're going to go ahead and mark fold that as well, not completely do it. Turn it around and do the same thing. Okay, once that is done, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to valley fold the hidden triangle, and with that mark we just created, you're going to fold the top, bring it all the way to that most recent mark fold, and flatten it out. We actually do want to create an actual fold for this part. And turn it around and make sure you do the same thing. Once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and let that triangle come out, and we're going to take those tips and fold them down until they kind of reach the end of that fold. This is just really to round off his head, to be honest. Okay, once that is done, we're going to go ahead and fold this in half and fold it back to normal. And then we're going to look for this piece right here that has these blue lines going down, and we're going to go ahead and fold the paper up until that blue line. So it's kind of like a half fold, but up until this line. You're going to do that on the same side over here on the left. Once you've gone ahead and done that, you're going to go ahead and unfold it, and then you're going to fold in this triangle as close as possible up until that blue line. You just want to kind of bring in this tip and fold it across so that it lines up with the blue lines that you're going to see. And you're going to go ahead and create a crease like that. And do the same thing on the left side. So right now we should have something looking like this. Once we've gone ahead and done that, we're going to unfold all of that, and we're going to do, it's kind of like a little diamond fold. And to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to take this inner piece right here and make sure it folds outwards so that you can lay this all flat like a diamond. I'm going to do the same thing to the left side. And then once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and bring in the sides of the diamond, and you're going to fold them inward so that they create these triangles that meet at the halfway mark. I'm going to do that for both sides. Okay, something like this so far. Once you've gotten up to this point, we're gonna go ahead and turn around R2D2 over here. And then in the back here, he has these little black lines kind of facing at an angle on the bottom of his body. And you're gonna actually fold in those angles inwards on that line. Go ahead and just make sure you line it up. And we're gonna turn that back around and do it on this side too, just so that we really get a good crease out of that. Okay, because once that is done, you're gonna go ahead and open him up in here to do a sink and fold. If you guys remember what the sink fold is, it's pretty much taking that piece we just took our time kind of creating and pushing in those corners so that it's inside the body. This is probably the most difficult thing to do, so really take your time with it because you definitely want to make sure that you don't mess anything up completely. And if you just push in that point, you should be able to sink it in pretty well and easily. Go. Making sure everything is back to the way it's supposed to be. And flattening everything up. Alright, perfect. So we went ahead and we did that sink fold. We're still facing the back part right here. And we're going to go ahead and now bring in these sides and kind of just fold it along his square body. Or rectangular body, I'm sorry. Bring in one side, bring in the other side, so that we start getting more of that rectangle shape. Once you've done that, you're gonna go ahead and unfold that and turn it around so that you can then fold up this bottom portion of his body. And now we're gonna go ahead and do what is called a petal fold, which you guys saw me do in the Millennium Falcon one, which pretty much what it is all that folding we just did. You're gonna go ahead and unfold that. Take this little peak right here, open it up so that everything except for this little back piece right here just kind of goes down into an even longer kind of diamond shape. Just like that. So again, unfold everything on this side, open it up, make sure that the only thing that is actually going inwards is this piece right here, and just everything else should lay flat, like that. Once that is done, we're going to go ahead and just valley fold the little peaks over here. There's not really a specific place where to do it. You just kind of want to eyeball it as best as you can and make sure that they're even on both sides. And the only reason this doesn't matter is because what we're going to do next is just literally sink fold this triangle inwards, just like that. And make sure it's reinforced on the back side here. There we go. So all I really did was kind of Make sure that both sides are nice and creased up. Open it up, kind of push in that triangle and fold in those natural pieces that should lay flat, like that. Once that is done, you're gonna go ahead and kind of open these pieces up right here so that it forms kind of like this, what do you want to call this one? It's kind of like a triangle, but more of a pentagon shaped triangle, like that. All we really did was just fold out these sides on each side. Take this little peak right here and just fold it inwards. And then once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and fold that kind of in half. Okay. Once that's folded in half, the next thing you're gonna do is bring in these sides here so that the little middle point right here meets the midpoint of this fold. So you're just gonna go ahead and fold that in, fold this in, and do that on the other side as well. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and unfold everything and literally sink in these little triangle pieces. So let me see if I could try to show you guys how you sink in. You literally just kind of push that point in and lay everything else flat. So again, on the other side here, open, push that little point in. Find where you had that other crease on the sides. To then lay it flat. There we go, like that. And do the same thing on the other side here. The sink folder, like I said before, the only ones that kind of take the time to learn, because once you kind of actually push it through and you figure out where it needs to like actually crease up again so that it can lay flat, it makes it easy. But finding like to actually push it and finding the right way of doing it, that's the difficult part, to be honest with you guys, because it's a little bit hard to kind of fold paper within itself, but it works. So once you've had those little angled points creased in, what you're gonna do next is you're literally just gonna go ahead and fold this in half and fold this other side in half as well. Lay everything flat, so that when you open him up on his sides and open this on the bottom, he should be able to stand up. There we go. Okay guys, so this is the completed R2D2 origami look. He is really cute and he actually could stand up, which is really cute to put like on a shelf with all the other origamis that we created in this series. Yes, I would definitely suggest to practice this one a little bit more. The Jedi Knight level is definitely a little bit more harder. There's a lot of different techniques that I probably would suggest you take the time to kind of learn before you kind of tackle this, because it can get pretty difficult, but it's definitely doable. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.